Alright guys, welcome to RC Mojo. This week we're at the Warwickshire Model Boat Show. A nice little show, all indoors, so there's no worries about standing around in the cold. Not that it's all that cold yet, but it's still a bit of a bonus. Around the edge were some of the traders, some I know from the general RC shows, and there were some that I've not come across. One was Max Mouldings, also known as Max Truck Stop, who sells some scale bits for boats and 1/14 scale trucks. So we might have to have a look and get some bits from them at some point in the future. As you've seen already, there was a fairly sizable boat pool. Some of the speedy boats could have done with a bit more space, but it wouldn't really have been practical to make it any bigger. There's got to be a good few gallons of water in there as it is. As with a lot of these shows, there was a lot of models on show from groups and clubs. If you like looking at scale builds, there was definitely a lot to see. One of them had the most effective smoker I've ever come across. I've got no idea what was inside, but it was going like one of those vaping widgets turned up too far. There was lots to see up and down all the aisles. It wasn't all boats and floaty models though, there were quite a few cars and trucks too. Mostly 1/14 scale to match the Tamiya rigs. Pretty much all of them had a nice selection of lights. And hiding in the background of this one was a particularly nice fire engine. Looks like it's based on a Tamiya chassis, and the cab looks like it's a kit bash of the Scania. Very nice. Around the back was a display of James Bond models. The best one was the Lotus from The Spy Who Loved Me. From the info sheet, it's not finished yet, but it's going to end up being a fully working RC sub. Should be rather good when it's all up and running. Back at the pool, there were always lots of boats running around. Some scale stuff, as you would expect, and some of it was really quite big. Not all of it was scale though. These tugs had a scoop at the front to push the ball around. I'm not sure if they do it already, but a five-a-side game with goals would be a lot of fun. They look very stable and built to be knocked around. Back to the trucks again, and we've got an airport fire truck with a massive amount of detail. I think it's a scratch-built body. Even the boxes on the sides were fully kitted out. Very nice. And as you might expect, it looks like it's built on Tamiya running gear, leaf springs and all. Just beside the fire truck was the Tamiya trucking layout. Something I'd love to try, but I'm starting to think the turning radius of the Grand Hauler might make it a bit tight to get around. Still be a lot of fun though. Maybe we'll have to build a Euro truck just in case we ever sign up. That seems like a good excuse. Okay, off to the side we have some off-road scalers. Cross RC in the background and a 110 pickup pulling an off-road caravan. Now I can see that being a lot of fun to drive around. It would have a lot more mass than the usual little trailers people pull about with the scale trucks. From the front we've got the ever popular Toyota and another 110. I think RC four-wheel drive are being well represented. At one of these shows I'd really like to see them have a little off-road course for them to run on. I think the best bit of the trucking though was the catering they put out to keep themselves going. Both chocolate and biscuit, everything you need to keep going on the long roads. And that's about it then. There wasn't enough to fill a whole day, but it kept us entertained for a good 3 or 4 hours, so it was well worth a visit. Mostly boats, but that's not too surprising given it's a boat show. So, thanks for watching, like if you liked, subscribe if you're not already, and of course leave a comment if there's something on your mind. Bye guys!